Alan Kojo Chematin Eyadia or the resignation letter from the NPP to Ija na sabe or church in Simu about the history our ne party in Ewo na very interesting na enye easy Eyadia wa fa no ma bebe mu yi ene dia ba be pi hanom na nso so no antimi ama ne saa na wada party members nyina ase na okansem bebre yenko ninkoti Alan Kojo Chematin ebra all about the history our NPP amanyoko no ewo very heartwarming, like, oh wow, yenko ninkoti eye Alan Kojo Chematin ne press conference any ensema odetu edwa.
Fellow countrymen and women, friends from the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start first by expressing my profound gratitude to you all for accepting my invitation to attend this press conference here today. I give thanks to the Almighty God for His manifold blessings in my life and for His grace and mercy. I wish also to use this platform to express my heartfelt appreciation to each and every one of you, particularly the rank and file of the New Patriotic Party NPP, who have believed in my vision, who have stood by me through thick and thin, and who have shown an unwavering faith in the promise of a brighter future for Ghana. Your belief in the possibilities of our nation and your dedication to the ideals of progress, unity, and prosperity have been nothing short of inspiring. It is important for me at the outset to provide a historical context for what has occasioned First National Headquarters building. As chairman of the YEF, I had the privilege of serving as a member of the National Executive Committee and the National Council of the party. In addition to this, I served as a leading member of various committees of the party. In 1996, after the unsuccessful attempt by the first flag bearer of the party, Professor Albert Edubuahi, to win the general election, the membership of the Young Executive Forum nominated me to contest the 1996 presidential primaries alongside leading personalities such as Professor Edubuahi, Mr. shży Cking, Dr. Jani Selby, Dr. Kwame Safodu, Mr. J.H. Mensah, and Dr. Jones Oforiatta. I was prevailed at that time upon by some senior members of the party, in particular, Mr. Akenten Apiamenka and Mr. Stephen Kreku, both of blessed memory, to sacrifice the opportunity to contest for the leadership of the party and rather support my senior colleague aspirants. From 1996 to 2000, I played a leading role in supporting the bid of the then candidate shży Cking to win the general elections and become President of the Republic of Ghana in 2001. After refusing appointment as a cabinet minister in the aftermath of the elections, the President then persuaded me to become NPP's first ambassador to the United States of America, a position I served with distinction. I was subsequently appointed in 2003 as Minister for Trade and Industry and Presidential Special Initiative to implement a new paradigm of economic development, which I had introduced in 2001 on the assumption of office by President Akufo. Between 2003 and 2007, I led the government's program for enhancing private sector development and ushering a golden age of business in Ghana. In 2007, I joined a distinguished group of 17 presidential aspirants to contest in the presidential primaries of the NPP. In that election, under very strange circumstances, the electoral process was truncated on the day of the election on account of accusations leveled against me of influencing the course of the election. This strategy was designed to create disfavor against me in an attempt to diminish my popularity and the massive support I enjoyed amongst the rank and file of the grassroots of the party. In spite of this unfortunate occurrence, however, when the votes were finally counted, Nana Akufo Addo came first and I was the runner-up. According to the rules of the electoral process at that time, the two of us were programmed for a second round ballot. It was in response to this development that I made my landmark declaration that to avoid a further deterioration of peace in an already divided party, I would make the supreme political sacrifice not to contest the runoff, but rather support my senior brother, Nana Akufo Addo, to contest as the flag bearer for NPP. Rescind my decision to resign, which I did, with a firm promise to address all the contentious issues I had raised in my notice of resignation. Unfortunately, however, all the promises made by the party leadership were never fulfilled, and indeed, the divisive and hostile attacks on my person and my supporters remained for several years thereafter and have continued to date. It is common knowledge that any party member who is associated directly or indirectly with Alan Kyerematen is treated with disdain and considered an outcast. Fellow countrymen and women, I have endured all this resentment and maintained my integrity within the party throughout the past 50 years. On assumption of office of the NPP in 2017, under the leadership of His Excellency Nana Akufo Addo, I was appointed as Minister for Trade in Industry in the first term of the NPP administration and was retained in the same position by the President in his second term. During the past 6 years, I led the introduction and implementation of some of the most innovative and successful programs of the NPP, including the establishment of the One District, One Factory initiative, the establishment of the African Continental Free Trade Area (AFTA) with the headquarters of the secrariat in Ghana, the development of new